Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on this first Saturday of 2019.
Does it seem like it's 2019?
It seems like it's 2012 or something. It's just gone by so
just
fast.
Zips, you know.
Wait till you get to be my age. Now that you're on Social Security and everything.
Yeah, you know.
You fit in with me and Smith over there.
Yeah.
Josephus Smith.
That's right. You know, for my 65th birthday, I got a Medicare card.
Isn't that something?
Yeah,
We're
something.
so proud of you, aren't we, Gene?
Oh, yeah. Join the crowd.
Yeah, we can talk about your illness
I can be
and everything.
part of that red, white, and blue crowd.
Yeah, mostly blue. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we've been talking ducks now, and we're still trying to hook up with a couple of the guests, but I want to read our good friend John Gordon, who will be with us next week on next week's show with Ron Wong. Couldn't be here with us this morning. He's probably duck hunting, but this is what he had to say. He said, so far the 2018-19 waterfowl season in the Mid-South has been disappointing, to say the least. Right? All right? Early cold in November had hunters fired up and getting ready in earnest for a barn burner. I like that. Then
Did Ernest show up?
Yeah, then reality set in.
Ernest didn't show
Mother
up.
Nature said, hold on a minute, and set in a pattern of warmer than normal temps and rain that won't stop. An abundance of an abundance of rain has every low spot for hundreds of miles full of water. All of the local rivers are at flood stage and rising fast. What this means is an overload of for pressured ducks to go places. New food sources have opened up in places they aren't usually there, and add in a stagnant migration, and it spells light duck straps. All we can hope for entering the second half of the season is Arctic air pushing down from the north. This will create snow instead of rain and cover food supplies further up the flyway and push new ducks down. It doesn't look good right now, but everyone needs to keep hunting and keeping hoping for better condition. If it doesn't happen, then break out the crappie poles and head to the lake.
Hey, it seemed like we heard that a little while
I
ago.
think we've already heard that from somebody else, right? You know,
because
it's
that always amazed me. You know, in January you get one of these nice, bright, mild January days.
Yes,
I've been up there around Reelfoot Lake, and you could literally walk from one shore to the other on bows of crappie boats out there where people crappie fishing.
Well, I know that this is just unusual, and we got this CWD talk, and we want to talk ducks, and we love to talk ducks on this show, but, you know, the reports I've had and you've had and everything else, and some of the folks that tell me that they're going. You know, we're going to talk in the last segment. We'll close it out with our good friend Frank Barton, and I know Steve McAdams is not going to give a good report probably from Kentucky Lake, but, you know, I'm not getting those waterfowl reports. Of course, I miss those that John Gordon used to do when he worked at Avery, and now we don't get those reports, but I know Bill Cooksey said when it's 40 degrees in Minnesota, you're not going to get any ducks down here.
Nope.
No.
And, you know, people say, boy, I don't want no snow and ice. Hey, we don't have to have it. Let's just push it up there.
Yeah.
And so we get it down here. And it's just been that. And I went to Arkansas over the holidays, and normally I'll drive and cross the Langill River, or I'll be in Brinkley, I'll be in Lone Oak, and all those places. No snow geese. No snow geese at all. Very few ducks. And Louisiana, they're harping. And why is that? Why they're harping? Because they always get our ducks after they fly through here.
Yep.
But there's no ducks down there.
No,
So,
it's like in most of the northern states, their seasons are already over with. So,
but that's where the birds are.
That's where the birds are. So there's no
And
pressure.
it's warm.
Yeah, it's warm. No pressure to push them down. So,
well, all of us folks that buy those non-resident license, you know, and we end up not having too many opportunities. I'm still, and I'll talk to Frank Barton a little bit later about what's going on in Bruins and Bruins Bottoms in the Lansing over there in East Arkansas. But I got another report from my good friend Johnny Warren from, and I love the name of his guide service up at Reelfoot, the Honky Tonk Guide Service.
No.
is Johnny Warren, and of course he cannot get a reception to call in on the radio, but he says he has a few birds. Mallards and pintails came in recently, but they were history the next day. But they were history. Severe. That's when the severe storms are coming through, straight line winds, and you know all about that.
Oh yeah,
50 to 60 miles an hour. He said he has between 6,000 and 7,000 decoys out, and they are scattered everywhere. What few ducks and geese are here will be scattered, and every field will be flooded, and a high river is not helping. A lot of farmers in northwest Tennessee, Missouri, Iowa, and southern Illinois were not able to harvest anything because of flooded grain fields up north. With no freezing weather means no birds.
No birds.
Where we are and where everybody else is, I might add. He said we have 6 blinds on his guide service, and not one has killed over 100 birds. He said, I'm 62, been guiding since I was 15, and I've never seen it this bad. If we do not have a push by the end of this week and some freezing weather up north, we will start picking up and start fishing. He says, as you know, I'm between 3 refuges, and yesterday I heard 3 rounds all day. 3 rounds all day, and saw 2 groups of geese and about 20 ducks all day. He says, I hope some of you guys are killing, but we are not. A guide will earn his money this year. Don't expect many tips.
Eagle Lake Refuge didn't have any ducks.
The thing about duck,
yeah, he said that the refuge.
Yeah, Eagle Lake Refuge didn't have any ducks.
But the thing about it, if this coming season, I can say the 2019 and 2020 season,
yes.
If it's a banner year, they won't even be talking about this season.
Come on now. So they're just going to throw it around, and you won't even know it, right?
Yeah. It's just, but look at the bright side.
I need some bright side.
You get to look forward to turkey season.
Well, I'm worried about turkey season. We don't have as many turkeys as we have, but I do know that we would no lack of water, and I can imagine with so much water that we've got right now. But I know a guy. We got him on right now. He's been on before, and a longtime friend, and Tommy Akin. We just learned from our good friend Cornbread Warren up at Reelfoot that he's not getting any tips this year guiding because he's not killing any ducks. So is that and that's pretty well the same, I guess, in the old Bayou River system, right?
Well, I'm not getting any tips whether I was killing them or not killing them. That's what I'm with.
Well, he's a guide. He has to do it.
It's tough, Larry. I hunt Missouri a lot too.
Well, how tough?
It's the worst year I've ever seen.
Worst you've ever seen, and you told me you killed your first duck when you're, 6 or something like that? Or
6. Yep, 6. You know how old I am.
I know how old you are. So you're talking about over 6 decades.
And figure out exactly.
So again, we look at I've never seen an unoptimistic duck hunter before the season starts. And opening weekend, that opening day was fairly good.
Oh yeah.
And then it's gone. So Tommy, you talk to a lot of folks. The way I understand, and we said Cooksey says when it's 40 degrees in Minnesota, there's not going to be any ducks here.
Well, that's probably so, Larry. But I can remember when Cooksey didn't even know what a duck was.
Well, he's not here to defend himself now, so don't get on.
But I remember when I used to migrate.
Yes.
From 20 degrees in Minnesota or 80 degrees. At a certain time, that duck was going to come south regardless of what the weather was, and it came south.
Yes. All right.
And they just don't do it anymore. And weather has a lot to do with it. I'm not saying about it. I think we have prone these ducks to go as far as they have to go with everything they got up above to eat in hot water lake. It's a million different scenarios to this. And which one's right, I don't know. But I know, like you said, I talk to people from Canada to Louisiana.
Yeah.
And I've yet to see anybody that's had above average year, maybe 1 or 2 spots. Somebody's always going to have.
Somebody's going to.
Birds.
Yeah. And he
on the whole, it's terrible. That's about the only word I can.
Terrible, and well, there's a lot of other words I've heard for it, but both being the man of faith, I won't use the words right now. But even the folks in Louisiana, we always gripe about they get our birds, they fly on right past us. They're not having them, and I know the folks where the birds are, the season is closed.
That's correct.
So that's the frustrating part. Is so much. I don't think any outdoor pursuit has as much, what will I say, compassion as a duck hunter, and more time spent preparing for the season than a duck hunter.
Oh yeah,
you will agree with that, won't you?
Oh yeah, I'm already thinking about next year. I'm very optimistic on it, but this year, you're not going to have. Out of the 60-plus years I've hunted, I guess you're due for one really, really bad year, and I hope this is mine.
Well, I hope it is.
I don't know how many more I'm going to have.
No,
to go out there, but this has just been, it's an absolute bust for me.
But you're still hunting?
I'm hunting some. I'm not hunting anywhere close to like I used to. I mean, I'm not going to go this morning. No, I'm not. And it's, a pretty good day.
Yeah, it's a great day.
I don't know where to go. I don't know where I can go and kill one. That's the bad thing about it.
That's the bad thing. And we just talked to Jeff Warren up there at the Taj Mahal in Halls. You got plenty of water, Tommy.
Oh yeah. I'm sitting right here in Greenville. Both these rivers are flooded, and on a normal year, these bottoms ought to be wrapped up with tens of thousands of ducks. And I rolled around late yesterday afternoon down here on the refuge, where I'll be right now. It'll be 20 to 4,000 sitting on this refuge down here, and I bet it's not 1,000 ducks down here.
Isn't that something? Well, Tommy, you've really done a great job of pepping us up here. We appreciate all your optimistic reports. We're all in black, wearing mourning here for not only. We're so tired of hearing about CWD. We thought we'd talk about our wonderful duck season to pump everybody up. So I don't know what's more. Hey, thanks for calling, Tommy. Out of time.
You're more welcome. Y'all have a good morning.
All right, buddy. Thank you. All right, Tommy Akin, former chairman of the Tennessee Wildlife Resources.
We can always go squirrel hunting.
It's too wet to get squirrels up in there. You get your four-wheeler stuck or anything. All right, we'll come back, talk some more. Steve McAdams, he's not up to 60 years with hunting, but I know he's over 40 as a guide, and we'll close out hopefully with our good friend Frank Barton. But we're talking ducks right now, or talking lack of ducks. Gene Smith is over there with his orange cap on. Dave Gabbard sitting in with us on the first Saturday in 2019. We'll be right back.